Stan was doing the Snoop Dogg just a second ago. 2 cars in his hands right there. 2 steering wheels.
Hey there, Sergey Gamers. It's your boy,
Snoop.
Stan. Hey, we're gonna get the DMCA claim. Careful there.
All the stands in the club. Drop it like it's hot.
Hey everybody,
Like
it
it's
is 8 o'clock in Florida right now.
Yeah, Shane just
letting you
came
know.
to work.
Yeah,
So
8 o'clock in Florida.
And,
it is
and New York.
3 p.m. here in this place,
cool.
Finland.
It's Shane the Pain, everybody.
Yes. Anyways, welcome. You stumbled across a very strange podcast. This is a podcast where we discuss every Friday all the things happening on a weird website called surrogate.tv, where you control real life things from anywhere in the world.
What is a real life thing?
I don't know.
Can it be a robot? Can it be an RC car? Can it be a cat laser?
Does it even exist? I think therefore I am, but is it? Is that true?
Living Matrix.
So many questions.
Yeah.
So little answers, and that's why we
need
got this
Descartes
podcast.
on this podcast. Next podcast. Yeah, so again, welcome. Glad to have you here. We got a bunch of updates this week on surrogate.tv. We got some from one of our creators, Mordecai. He's got some new game launching that we're actually going to test here on stream, as well as existing one to have some updates on. LEMR, I don't know how to say his name. Lemmer?
Lemur?
Or just
Lemur?
LEMR?
Lemur?
Lemur?
Is it lemur?
Well, I don't know. It's just an abbreviation, I guess, some acronym. But anyways, LEMER has a game
Lemister.
potentially launching today. You might know some more about this than I do.
Oh, that stuff. Yeah.
Yes, I will talk about that. We also got Let's Do This from last Friday where we did a game show. We got some clips. We got Let's Do This today happening in a couple hours where you're doing some things with robots.
And there's
then
Pickle Rick involved as well.
there's Pickle Rick involved. And if you're not on our Discord, we're gonna show you what that means. The swinging pickle. And then today we got Sumo Bots on Friday. Who's hosting?
It's you.
There's a lot of fingers going in all
It's
different
you.
directions here.
I was last week.
I was 2 weeks in a row before Alexa.
Alright, whatever. I get a pineapple. Free
get a
pineapple.
Free pineapple.
That was the idea. A free pineapple on top of a pizza.
What? Free pineapple.
Yeah, that's what we agreed on. I get gems and pineapple on the top of a pizza.
Wait, that was my thing.
Yeah.
Don't steal it.
So I get it
it's
now
his
too.
thing.
Anyways, let's start off maybe with Mordecai. So Mordecai, one of our moderators on the platform and the community.
Aww.
Oh, was that a sound clip?
Aww.
Oh no, that was an Essa.
That was Essa.
We didn't do the Ninja Robot podcast.
Oh yeah, your
And
finger
this
was on the
is-
button.
That was
It's the
right.
Ninja Robot Podcast. Dang. He knew exactly where the button was. His finger was not on the button.
So this is when it does the do-do-do-do, that's when you do do-do-do-do. So what's
We need to
cooking?
remake that video.
What's cooking?
What's cooking is first, Skyrim, the game that's already on Surrogate TV, is now going to be released for all ages
For everybody.
for everybody on the platform. I'm assuming it means all ages.
No, it's free now. I think before it was only for
It was-
Patreons.
Yeah.
only for Patreons.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, for a limited time it was Patreons only, but now
See, I
anybody.
didn't notice that because I had access.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you have access
When I have
to
unlimited
everything.
admin access, I had
Yes.
no clue. Okay, so Patreons only. Okay, I actually vaguely remember that.
So now everybody can play the game and
Who
pass
was
it.
telling me the other day? It was someone was telling me he had an age restriction or something like that.
Basically, the Patreon thing was supposed to be like somewhat of an age restriction.
Okay. I don't remember who told me. But anyways, yeah, so that'll be available soon, so you can play Skyrim on surrogate.tv.
Nice.
Everybody, even if you don't want to give us money on Patreon.
I mean, the $300 goal is still there.
Yeah, for the Roomba
Roomba bot.
to put on the Sumo Bots, which is our battling real robots over the internet game. Another update from Mordecai, which we will test out right now, is he's launching Animal Crossing.
The most popular game on one of the most popular games on Nintendo Switch.
Look at this camera. Jesus. Every single podcast, this camera is off.
You could have just rolled with it. It wasn't live yet. We could have fixed it.
No,
Well,
and I can see there's a cube in front of my face.
well, just roll with it.
It's not you, it's the cube.
It's not me, yeah. We're in 3 dimensions.
I don't think that camera was
If you
even
had any
moved.
question, that was
So
it was definitely moved because
no.
these are not dropping.
It was not moving.
It was not moved my ass.
You were here
All right.
All these cables have
before the stream.
all
How
of.
can I set it up for you 30 seconds before the stream?
Okay, 2 things.
You didn't answer my question.
Stream started, you could have been over there. Other thing, those cables were all disconnected, meaning it has been moved. I saw these cameras have all been moved.
Because I took the cables from
Excuses. That's all I hear is excuses. This guy sits over here staring at who knows what he's looking at. TikTok. Adjust the goddamn camera. All right.
God, Alexei, why do
So-
you have this thing open?
Yeah, why does he have TikTok open on his laptop? How did he even get that to happen?
the cubes in the way.
The
It's his cubes. The
cubes are not moving. I can guarantee you
They
that.
are moving.
Those cubes moved and you were
Downwards, not
Alright.
sideways.
All right, can we? Is the
I
game
can't
live?
accept anything that he did.
Is the guy live now? Is the game live now?
I am going to check it out right now
Oh my
and then
god.
bring it up on the main
know
screen.
what I'm supposed to do with the cube.
Give me a zip tie.
Yes, the game is live and I am able to get in and play. So let me put this up on the main screen.
Oh,
What part of the game has...
I think we froze.
yep.
Can you just move that?
stocks are too
Can you just move it?
So
It's too
unfair.
damn high!
Can you just
It's
move
too
it?
damn high!
Oh wait, guys, it's
Oh.
fixed now. So
Oh,
I
we're
guess
back.
we can.
Yeah,
Sorry,
we were totally arguing that whole time that the camera was disconnected.
sorry about this.
So somehow our power went out.
Only in
Alexi's
this
running
room.
around like
Only in
roundhouse
this
kicking
room.
everything.
So we're fine. The games are still live. The show must go on. So it's fine.
He thought he was like Chuck Norris. He's flying around here. And then the cubes moved out of the way. If you saw
Yeah.
it magically.
You got so angry, the cube just
Yeah,
disappeared.
they just kind of shrunk from the fear.
But yeah, we're back.
Yeah, we're back. So we're checking out the Animal Crossing game that Mordecai is launching today, and me and Stan have early access.
Oh, I have two. But I guess you play because you have you're sharing the screen.
Yeah, I can share screen.
I can.
It's on here right now.
Noise.
So let me activate my page.
Is there sound on?
Let me re-queue up here.
Good evening. We're so excited to
50
have you
coins just went to Mordecai. Well, almost.
Yeah. No gems though.
Wow.
I think I did gems on the first one. So yeah.
here.
Anyways,
Here you go, Shane. Spend it.
somebody else is in the game now.
Spend it. I just kicked them out.
Who's in the game?
You can go to the.
I know I can, but who's in the game?
I don't think Mordecai will be happy about it. Maybe don't.
It should be like.
No. I think Mordecai can reset it for you.
I'm in the game, but I'm also in the game.
Ah, press restart then. It's
I thought I only had like 10 seconds left.
no, restart it. It's okay. Did you do it?
No, I think I'm here now.
Yep.
Am I?
There we go.
Now
there
I'm
we
in
go.
the game. All right. So anyways, Animal Crossing, the biggest hit game on the Nintendo Switch.
Yep.
And everybody and their mom and their daughters and everybody's playing this game.
Did you vote for this game when it was selected?
I voted
Nice.
for this game. And it's going to be awesome because we're all going to make a really awesome campground and cut some trees and
I know
make
yesterday
fires and stuff.
Shane was testing it with the alpha testers, and I asked him, "So what are you gonna do?" He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna sit down on this bench and I'm gonna sit there for 4 hours."
Yeah. Yeah, when I was testing.
Yes. So how does it work?
So right now, I guess we were at the very beginning. Yeah, this is where you're at the travel agency.
Question: How
And
do
they're
you
like,
win?
where do you
it-
want to go?
How do you win in this game?
There's no winning. You just win at life.
There is a game where you you cannot win.
Yeah, you just keep making your island cooler. And it's just like chill. You're on like an island.
See,
you know,
that's
there's
why I never.
seashells on the
That's why I
shore.
never understood Minecraft because I'm just about winning, and I guess this is more.
No, but Minecraft there is speed running to win because you have to get that special emerald or some crap towards the end.
Okay.
Yeah, there's speed runs of Minecraft.
All right.
Yeah, I've been watching. I don't know anything about Minecraft, but I've watched the speed run documentaries
All right.
where they just go through.
So in this game, it's not about winning; it's about chilling, right?
It's chilling.
Nice.
Like, who's the guy who plays Frodo in Lord of the Rings?
I don't know
that
his
actor,
name.
you know?
I don't know the actor's name.
But you know the face. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Elijah Wood.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
guy. He plays this game with people over Twitter and stuff,
Nice.
and they're all visiting his
They're just
island
chilling.
and stuff. Just chilling. What kind of seashells you get today, man? Hey, man, I got some seashells. by the
Wow.
seashore.
Interesting.
So we need a name and a birthday, apparently.
Name and a birthday?
What should we call? I think we call it what I call all of them. Dude.
No, no.
Why? What should we call
It
it?
has
then?
to be something chill, you know? Like Mr. Clamshell. I don't know.
Mr. Clamshell. Okay, maybe. It's gonna say it every single time that we're on here, though.
Chillin' and cruising.
But you can name your island something like that.
All right.
So let's.
The name, I don't know.
What should we name it? What should we name our character?
That's a big question.
This is the hardest question because this game's gonna go forever.
We chillin'.
No.
Like
Like
gonna
it's
say,
we
hey, we
play.
chillin', we're up.
We play, but it's we chillin'.
But that's what you should name the island or your area on the island.
Call him
there.
Bob.
Nah, it's too generic.
Robert.
John Doe. Or
that's more complex.
John Doe, or what is it? Joe Doe?
Okay, we're going to dude.
Why, dude?
Not generic at all.
Suro person.
Super person. Yeah.
Suro
that sounds
fellow.
very exciting.
What about just surrogate? But that's not like a name, though.
That's like something totally
How
else.
about we let
Hey, let the people on the chat decide.
let's let people
check the YouTube or where
when
are we
the-
on
maybe
YouTube
when
right
the
now.
maybe when the game goes live, somebody decides it.
But then
it
we
shouldn't
can't
be
get
a-
into the game and play now until we decide.
It's
it.
fine. It works.
So first person in the game is gonna decide the name.
Yeah, or maybe somebody in the maybe the chat gets to vote somehow.
Maybe tell in the chat.
Yeah, more. What I mean in the Discord community. Maybe Mordecai.
All right, we'll get back on this.
Yeah,
Let's come back to this when people have said some stuff in the chat. Let's go through some other updates first, and then we will revisit this. Let's do this from last week. We can start this off with actually a clip from I got from Wilbur's.
What did you do last week? I don't remember anymore.
Last week we had you went.
Can you mute Alexi's? Thank you.
We went through guys over here on TikTok eating cake because it's his
Yeah.
birthday, scraping the plate.
By the way,
He's doing some weird
maybe
TikTok dance.
maybe we stop for a bit and do that. Happy birthday, Alexi.
Oh yeah, should
Today
we
is
sing it right
Alexi's
here?
birthday.
He's dancing actually
Let's
like
do
Fortnite.
it. Let's do it.
Happy birthday
No, that's copyrighted.
to you.
Alexi.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Alexi.
Alexi's actually doing the dance. Like people aren't gonna
birthday
believe me, but
to
he's
you.
over here
doing
doing
the
a break
floss.
dance on the table.
So yeah, everybody, today's Alexi's birthday.
Yes.
You can try guessing what's
His
his age. Hint: he watches a lot of TikTok.
So there's the age of his mind
Yes.
and then his age physically. So what are they?
2 different ages for sure.
Yes, he's on TikTok.
He also plays golf, which is
That's a
okay.
third age.
He's an old man
like how can you watch
on the golf course
TikTok?
going, yeah, that makes sense on TikTok.
Yeah.
I like this. That girl is doing what?
All right.
I'm not even gonna tell you what's on TikTok. Some weird stuff.
So all right. So
Where were we?
let's do this event.
Let's do this. Last week you asked what did we do. So last week it was a game show where in the chat you were able to vote. So it was like a mass amount of people in the chat voted. The top 10 from there got whittled down to physically moving little hands on servos, picking what their questions were, and then those got whittled down to 4 players who played like a grab the ball and take it back to my area
Now I remember.
for the win. And who won the game?
Was it Jeffman?
What you? Well, that's what you would assume.
I mean, I gave Jeffman the spot.
Gave Jeffman all the coins.
No, I gave him the spot because remember I got to top 10 somehow. It was funny because somebody told me
yeah.
to stop playing, and
no,
I
it was somebody else. Crap, I forgot the
was
name.
it Prune Boland?
Boland.
Boland.
He came on the chat and said it.
Yeah, it was
Alright.
Boland. Yeah,
Well-
because you would assume it was usually Jeffman, especially when
Yeah.
it comes to car stuff, like driving
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Jeffman usually
Stan
wins.
already gave Jeffman like coins before the game started.
Yeah, he's like, oh, Jeffman wins.
Yeah.
I mean, I gave him my spot.
yeah.
You guys didn't let me play. I was pretty sad. I was like,
What are you gonna do? Win coins?
The game is literally questions about our company.
No,
and you,
no.
That's what you're gonna love
So,
about this clip that Wilbur
the
sent me.
answers for the questions about the company I would intentionally not answer because I knew them. It wasn't fair.
A lot of us
You
got
answered-
No, I answered wrongly.
a lot of us got it.
Yeah,
A lot of
I
us got it wrong
Intentionally.
either way.
I
Like
know, it
The
was
thing is, I
intentional.
knew those answers, so I was like, I'm not gonna answer correctly.
Here we go. Let me, hopefully we got audio on.
Let's see.
Nope.
Not getting any on duty here.
Let me make sure.
Stay tuned with Shane the Pain as he switches the audio.
Output. DisplayPort. It's on DisplayPort.
All right, are we ready?
I don't know how to make it any more ready. Let's see. They're doing
Let's
things.
try again.
It's going already.
Yeah, no, it's
All right.
DJ Shane in the house. This is awkward. This is awkward.
Esco's gonna like that. Anyways, here is one of the votes. Wilbur sent me this.
Make sure you put the right
It's
one first. All right.
to launch. Which
Now
year
we
did
see
Circuit TV
we
launch?
got-
No one got it right.
Nobody got it. C.
No one said C.
Yeah, no one
one
said
said
C.
C.
And look
Wow,
who's
those
on
are the
there.
people who voted.
Stan,
You all got it wrong.
Oscar.
Yeah, the
So how do you
correct
feel
People from
about
our
C,
company.
2019.
Yes. Man, you guys were all wrong.
Do
All
you-
right, let's move on to the next
Do
question.
you seriously think I don't know when we founded the company?
I like how the host is just like, man, you all got it wrong.
Man, y'all got it wrong. No, Wilbur said that you answered first, and everybody just followed
I
you.
knew that's what I knew people would do.
So they're all like, Stan must know what he's doing.
I knew.
Or BBB or whatever the heck you put.
I knew what I was doing. I was like, well, if I answer correctly, that's kind of unfair. So
I like how Oscar is there copying you as well. He's literally going like, I'm not sure, but Stan put C, so I guess I'll put C as well.
I think Oscar was there when we were testing it too. And
The funny part,
we knew what the answer
Oh
was.
yeah,
had
Oscar
this-
was the one answering all the questions testing like
Yeah.
right before. He was just like
Yeah, so what's he
spamming.
screwing with people too?
we had this discussion also in our internal chat, in the company chat. Somebody
Oh
asked
yeah.
that. So
Esco was asking.
that was the
Yeah.
funny because he even was there. Of course, how could people not know that?
Yeah, well, no one got it right. It was 0 points across. Everybody in the entire chat got it wrong because they followed Stan.
But it was pretty. I mean, I enjoyed it so much, and then you guys tell me you cannot play anymore. Because I answered the questions that I.
But you should know the questions.
No, there were the questions that like are not related to the company that I knew.
What
I
is
only
the
answered those.
core processing unit?
Most of them.
Yeah, like this, these type of things. So most of the questions were not related. Okay, they were somewhat
Central
related.
processing.
Here we go.
No, it is though. You looked it up.
And then,
in the middle of the thing.
and then Alexi comes to me like middle of the game, he's like, you cannot play this anymore.
No, you can't.
And then I stop playing, and I still get the top 10.
Right.
So
Yeah, maybe the questions were kind of hard.
no, they were just geeky. I like that.
Yeah. So if we do it again, we're probably going to do somewhat of a geeky event. But anyways, let's do this. It's like a evolving event. So we're doing something new every week, or we're evolving on or expanding upon an idea we already did in previous weeks. So we've had 2 game shows now. We've had 2 paintball shows where we're shooting us. We've had the dog, and like feeding the dogs. And then we had Luigi Explorer, which was a separate thing, but that's what our team did. And now this week, but you're
I
trying
have
to
a
say
question
something.
before you do that.
What?
Do you
Before
have
I
the,
do it,
Do you have the hands video? The voting hands. That was the best.
you know, I should show that. That was pretty cool.
I'm sorry, you cannot just like ignore that best part and move somewhere else.
Yeah, the
This
hands-
is unappropriate. No.
That's true. That's what took us the longest to get working and looking correct. So videos.
You gotta find the hand.
So yeah, people were voting. This was all in the chat. You didn't have to get into the game to queue, so you were able to vote in the chat for different questions. And then we moved to where those top 10 were.
Oh, I think at first it didn't work, so maybe move a bit more. Remember we had a small issue that they had to kick everybody out.
Yeah, here is when they all worked.
Move a bit back so the voting's not nice. So when you were
Yeah.
voting, you were actually controlling a hand, and you had to select the correct button on the keyboard.
Right. Yeah, you had to click 1, 2, 3 or A, B, C
Some hands
on
fell
your
off.
keyboard. Yeah, I was just gluing it. But all the hands moved, as you could see there. Those are all the people on the left side of the screen who were in the game. And yeah, you controlled the little hands. So When Esco asks this next question, you'll see these hands move, and boom, 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 they all get to pick, and you saw that physically moving. So it was pretty cool looking.
I just like how Esco's costume looks right now there. It's like
That looks trippy.
It's waving like crazy.
Wow, I didn't notice that. Yeah, that is weird looking.
It's like,
Dang, it's an optical illusion.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
What's that called? That has like its own name because that's a known effect when you have like striped.
Yeah, there
suit
was
on.
a startup company logo that became really popular that did this by accident.
Okay.
As you would scroll on Facebook and see the logo, it would do this weird, and then it went viral because their logo was doing this weird effect on your Facebook. I think it was like a sound company too. It was like sound waves they were trying to
Okay.
show, and then it did this awesome effect.
That's cool.
So a nice way to go viral. Can't do it anymore probably because everybody's copying it.
Yeah.
But as you see here, this was pretty cool. So we were up in the little box, questions were being asked, and then they would move their hands. Really simple setup. It's 10 servos controlled by just a simple Raspberry Pi.
Yeah, basically the smallest, cheapest servos.
Yeah, these are really cheap.
Yeah, I guess the only tricky part if you want to do the same setup, like with 10 players in a game, is you need to have decent internet connection, probably. Because you need a lot of bandwidth, like 25 megabits up.
True, it's 10 streams.
Yeah, 2.5 times
For
10.
sending.
Plus the watcher, so 27.5 megabits. That's,
Ouch.
That's a lot of bandwidth. Oh, of course in Finland.
Yeah,
we
even
have-
a normal person can
we're
get
pretty
a gig
spoiled.
for
I
almost
think by
nothing.
default you get like
But you get
100.
but it's upload. That's
yes,
the issue.
by default in Finland you get like 100 upload. It's like both the same, download and upload, which is crazy.
My phone
What?
used to have almost 100 upload.
Like the connection I have at my place is like 1 gig in, but 10 megs out.
10 megs out.
Yeah.
That's weird.
What?
Because on normal
Mine is
connection-
up and down like super high.
Yeah, it's 100 usually up. So it's something maybe wrong with yours.
Even my
so-
phone has more than that. Anyways, yeah, we're very spoiled in Finland.
Yeah,
With internet.
is free here basically.
Free 99. Actually, I think in Finland, what is it? It's a human right to have internet.
Yeah,
So even if you can't afford it, they'll give it to you somehow
yeah.
because you have to have access to knowledge. That's sort of the idea.
And like service providers have someone has to offer connectivity in areas like through Finland.
What do you mean they have to?
Like there must be a connection.
must be a connection.
for every person,
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, I mean, how do they enforce that? Because I know, for example, Elisa or something doesn't hook up to ours.
No, but there has to be at least, I guess, one provider. Of
Yeah, there has to be
internet, no
one
matter where
provider
you are.
available for wherever you're living.
Yeah, but how could you enforce that?
So
Hey, one of you internet people
Yeah.
have to do this, otherwise you're kicked out of the
technically there
internet
has to be
business.
Yeah, there has to be like coverage. I mean, like
Probably.
majority of Finland is coverage by internet anyways, as it is. It just depends who's the provider.
Yeah, like the thing with our house is that like Telia has their sole rights to sell internet in our apartment, but most likely all service provider cables come to that place. I faced this situation when I was looking at like another place that the households were able to buy only from one place, but since we were looking for business connections, we could pick up any one because all fibers came into that house.
Yeah, I just don't see how they could. So it'd be like, say we start an internet company today, and then Finland's got to be like, you got to get to every house, otherwise you're not
But
allowed
yes,
to be in the
but you
No,
business.
no, not
use-
every house.
You can use existing infrastructure as well.
Yeah, but say there was predated that. That would say to get in the internet, you got to build infrastructure to everything. That can't be the rule. That would
I
be
don't know
very strange.
all details. But anyway, what is the game?
Anyways, we got a lot of internet
What is
here.
the game? What is the game today?
The game,
We're still waiting on that.
the game today
What's up with Pickle Rick?
has a pickle Rick. It has some Legos.
Does it have toilet paper?
It has toilet paper.
Are we gonna get zapped? That is the question.
No, there's no zapping.
Ah, damn it.
You know it's a good game when it has
You can
toilet
lick a
paper
battery
and
or
pickle
something.
Rick.
Yeah, that's a good game.
You can lick a battery in
Toilet
the side.
paper, Pickle Rick, success. Much success.
Actually, well, if you think about it, like with toilet paper, especially, it's one of our most successful games.
That's true. It's actually the
Toilet paper
biggest
was-
queue ever.
Yeah, that was 300 people almost in the queue.
And biggest struggle of sending.
Yeah, so anyways, here's a sneak preview I gave today, or what was it, yesterday? We were testing the final things, but basically it's an elevated arena. There's these 2 Lego bots that we built, or Levi built here. It's purely Legos. It's got even these Lego servos hooked
And-
to the mechanism wheels.
And there's Lego antennas.
There's fake Lego antennas.
Fake Lego.
Esco added those for a nice little touch.
Nice.
They really don't have any purpose, but they look cool. And you are, the whole thing is you're on starting on one side of the arena, the other one's starting the other, and you need to go over there and grab the flag and bring it back. So it's capture the flag, but that pickle on the toilet paper swings back and forth.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. The pickle will hit you and knock you out, and one knockout, you get one knockout. After that, I think you die. I think that was the rules we made.
Yes, I have a request. Can you add sound effects to that game, and every time somebody gets knocked out, you press "I'm Pickle Rick"?
Yeah, we were talking about that.
That'd be awesome.
He needs a soundboard.
Yeah, "I'm Pickle Rick."
Or I guess you do have a
You
sa-
actually
you-
have
yeah.
it there.
Could use a stream deck.
You have it there.
Hook up a couple buttons to some different
Yeah.
audio.
"I'm Pickle Rick," or
Let's see.
"We got the flag."
It's 1 hour
Yeah.
and.
Can we show the video we filmed yesterday of you doing the advertising?
Oh my
With
god.
this is a recipe. That's correct. It's I actually did pretty good on Reddit.
Did it?
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
What?
See, I'm gonna keep that going. I gotta keep
Oh,
doing that
God.
voice.
Are you saying that's how I sound?
No, I was saying I'm trying to be technical like you, but I'm gonna try to sound even nerdier. And it worked.
I'm not nerdy.
Anyways, we posted it on Reddit, showing the entire thing. But basically, there's a servo. So again, we're expanding upon previous things. There's a servo that has a string with the pickle guy and a toilet paper, and that servo just swings it back and forth. And then the new thing we added is these Lego bots, and the Lego bots are run by just an Arduino. And then a bunch of Lego servos you plug into the Arduino, and you got mechanism wheels, and you control it over Surrogate.
Nice.
And there's gonna be full write-up on how to do this yourself. The Legos, you can build anything with Legos. That's the cool thing. That's the reason why we picked it. And widely available parts from any country. So, opens up the possibilities for you to make games. That was the main idea for this week.
With Legos.
With Legos. So that is going to launch today in an hour and a half.
Do we have a video? Can we show the video? Did you send the video? What is?
Oh, you
Shane?
sent it to me?
Oh no, I can send it.
The Reddit one.
Maybe there's a link to Reddit.
Reddit one.
Maybe we can see the Reddit.
You want the direct? Like, do you want the video on your phone? I can drop it on your AirDrop.
No, Reddit.
Reddit?
I guess the
Just
Reddit
send the
one. I
Reddit
can show
link.
that.
I want to see the comments as well.
There is no comments, but there's upvotes.
Okay. I have something to show as well, Shane.
It's
The
on
stand
the,
dummy?
Yes.
Is that the thing you want me to click here?
Well,
we'll
you
get
can
to
show
that.
it later. But
Yeah,
it's-
we'll get to
but
it.
it's this.
All right. We got some good stuff. You gotta stay tuned. I'm trying to just
It's
show the Reddit.
something here behind my screen.
It's on
but I
the
will
marketing
show you
chat.
later.
All right, and we got something else to come back to too, which is what did the chat decide we should name our
It's
Animal.
Borges. No.
Sporgis. Crap! I should have just did that.
Oh yeah.
Sporgis, or what was the dude's name from Pokemon we
Boris.
all loved? Boris.
Boris.
The skunk dude.
Boris.
Or
Boris
Sergey.
like to chill on island. Boris.
Is the sound on?
Yeah, so here's one of the Reddit posts.
With the Mario Karts, bring
We
there's
hooked
gonna
up
be
a
a ball in
Raspberry
the
Pi to
center.
this.
What? why
There's
is
two
that
different.
one?
I guess maybe this one's open.
That's
No,
an
that's an
image.
What?
image.
Okay, Alexi, who shares portrait videos on Reddit?
Oh man. All right, here you go.
Ah, this hurts.
I used a little bit more nasal in this video.
This
It's not to make fun of anybody, but I was just trying to
portrait video on
make
Reddit.
it stand
Did
out.
well.
Servo here, and then it swings the toilet paper, and you're able to hit these Lego robots over the internet. It's gonna be on Friday. It works.
So there you go.
Oh my, no.
So that's a sneak
that is
preview.
so fake. You can hear it so badly.
No, that's my voice, man.
No.
That's my voice when I come out of the shower, from a cold shower.
I can just voice over it next
There-
time.
What, you can do?
Stan, the earlier message that I sent in the marketing chat is because of that
I know,
video.
I know, but still, I have so many. No, that's just not right.
But anyways, you got the idea. You can move the things around, and there's a toilet paper running back and forth, and you can hit, and it really works.
And that
And
was
it really
one take.
does work.
That was one take.
That was first take, man. That's what they call me.
Clip it!
The one take man. 10-second one take man.
I do not approve this.
No, you need a champion one, like "Tut-tut-tut-tut." That's the sound you need. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. All right. What did the chat decide on Animal Crossing? Should we get to that before we get to
There
yours?
was only 2 suggestions.
Okay, so people are out of suggestions, but what were they?
Suro bro.
Suro bro.
Borgis.
Or Suro Pro.
Zabibas.
Zabiba.
Zabiba.
Let's call Boris. I like Boris.
I like
Boris.
Boris.
Or
Boris.
Sergey.
What did the other one say?
It's Suro bro or Suro pro.
Pro? All
Let's
right.
call him Boris. I think
Okay, I guess it's 2 against
the
2.
chat decided it's gonna be Boris.
I like Boris. Or Sporgis.
Boris is better.
What was the other one? Borgis?
Borgis.
Zborgis. I like Zborgis more.
No. Call him Boris. Boris, the guy who likes to chill on the island.
Boris doesn't sound like a chill name, though.
It does. Boris!
Yeah. Boris!
It sounds pretty
Boris
good.
is like
Pineapple
something-
for the margarita.
Boris is something you give to a Rottweiler.
No. Boris.
Boris Ivanov.
Okay, you can. There's a nice way
Boris
of saying
Chilinov.
Boris. There's like the nice,
Sergey Fedorov.
the nicer like version of Boris.
Sporgis.
No, Bore.
How do you say Sporgis? Let's name him
There's
Sporgis.
no such name as Borgis.
That's why it's funny. Sporgis. Except for that olive oil I sent you. It's called Sporgis.
What?
Yeah.
I don't want
It's
our
Borgis, but then I wrote an
character-
S in front of it
No,
and
no,
sent
no.
it to him.
Like a Russian.
Sporgis.
We cannot have
Russian
our
olive oil?
character. We cannot have our character be an olive oil guy.
What do you mean? He's not
No,
olive
no.
oil.
Well, that's how it sounds now. Call him Boris.
Okay, I'm gonna call him Boris.
No, you're not. You say one thing, but you do another.
No, I'm doing this. Is how you write it in English.
Boris.
No, not Sporgos.
Borgos.
I don't
Now we
I'm gonna
gotta do
go
this
back.
Burgos.
Spurgo.
Spurgos.
If you write Spurgo, it means like homeless person in Finnish, like a slang word.
Or alcoholic.
Yeah. Like a
See, what's
dege-
wrong
like
with
a
that? That
degenerate.
looks funny. Borgis is the name of the olive oil, and it's Borgis.
All right,
Should we rename it or what?
Oh,
Boris.
that's perfect.
Stan does not approve.
Stan really wants Boris. All caps or lowercase?
All caps. Boris. Let's do it.
Oh man, there's no way to go backwards.
Oh well, I guess let's
Besides-
keep it.
Are we gonna? I gotta rewrite the whole thing.
I think we can. No, keep it like this and just leave, and somebody else can press enter. Let's do it that way.
Okay, let's leave it like this. All right, somebody's gonna change it to something like Suro Bro.
Sura Pro.
Suro Pro.
Sura Pro.
When I was a kid, I made up a game company when I was like 7, and I called it Shane Pro. And I even had business cards.
Shane Pro.
Shane
Entrepreneur
Pro.
at 7.
coolest-
And I was like, Shane Pro Magazine. And me and my friend were making Shane Pro Magazine.
The coolest name
We
in
printed it
town.
out.
Shane
What
Pro.
what,
On
what was in
A4.
the magazine?
Our commentary about new games and cheat codes. And how to download Juarez and go into FTPs and download stuff.
What was it, like 1995?
No, it's 1996.
1967.
73.
Get a floppy disk.
Just
bro.
after the Cold War.
I had a lot of floppies. I got a lot of floppies.
Wow, living the Bitcoin life
We had
of
floppies
90s.
all over the house.
It's like before there were no bitcoins; there were floppy disks. That's how you.
That's right,
how
but the
you're-
big ones.
Yeah.
Those are the things.
That was the
Those
real
are like the
deal.
records of my time.
Yep.
Huge floppies. All right, we also got. Well, we can talk about your thing. We can end this with the Sumobots clip.
All right.
From
do
Wilbur's.
you- Let's see. Do you have it? If you.
So you want me to go to the link
Yeah.
that you sent?
Sure.
So Stan wants to show us something that's on Dev.
Something you don't have access yet to, and we will talk about it more next week on the creator Q&A. But at least I can show it to you.
You want me to be in the dashboard or
Yeah, just go preview that
preview.
bottom
Okay.
robot. There we go.
which?
The
This-
bottom one. Yeah. Does it work?
Yeah.
This, my friends, is an iPhone.
Tell us about this.
This is an iPhone. You can see an iPhone. And it's on our website. And it's pretty quick.
So how did you tell
you
us how
zoom?
you set this up?
I just go to the web page
Mm-hmm.
and I press start stream.
Yeah, so we have a web page on surrogate.tv in Dev.
Yes, where you go
You just click start
from
stream,
any
and all of a
device.
sudden you got this
from any device.
Can
from
you zoom?
any device. So even Android.
Android,
And
PC,
iOS.
Mac.
So PC, what do we get? A webcam. from
you
the
can
screen.
choose whatever. Yeah, it's like you're using any like voice chat, voice like Hangouts. You can just choose any camera. In that sense. Or you can use
Pretty awesome, actually.
OBS. The latency is a bit bigger than on the Raspberry. Like we've tested, but it's like
Let me see.
It's not bad.
About 220.
funny you
Sounds-
say that. We measured. I
about
think it's like
220.
190 on Android. I haven't tested on iOS yet. I think it's around the same.
That's about that.
It's not that
That's
bad.
what I said.
But yeah, we will tell you. I'm not gonna tell more. We
It's
will tell you.
it's higher latency for what you just saw because this TV also has latency.
Yeah, we will tell you on the podcast. Not on the on the Q&A session for the creators next Thursday.
There you go.
So yeah, nothing.
But
Not gonna say anything
That's pretty
more,
cool.
But
you could stick that on a robot and then just use the robot with potentially just a Arduino.
Yeah.
You wouldn't need a Raspberry.
you'd need something in between.
But you could go to a computer somewhere else.
Yeah, you can have a computer and do the rest. Yeah. So there you go.
Or just to Wi-Fi, right?
No, but you need still to run our Python SDK somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I can tell.
Yeah.
I won't tell anything more. I will tell it later.
Yeah, so there's some stuff coming, but just know if you have a phone, it's about to get real cheap for you to do some real life stuff. That's the idea.
If you have a
Real
phone,
cheap, son. If you got one of these things where you can dial the circle,
Basically, if you're
things are
able,
getting cheap.
if you're watching this podcast, there's a high chance that you might be able to use this
Even you
Even
might
you.
have a phone at home
or a computer
or a computational
Device.
machine.
that has a CPU.
It's almost as big as a stove, I know. Most people have, like it takes up the whole wall. But even you can hook things potentially to the internet. You don't need any special raspberries.
Christopher Boland says this could make OBS streaming easier. You can just use the OBS virtual cam with the browser streamer. Yes,
True.
you can. I actually tested. It increases the latency by extra 100 milliseconds, but you can use it.
But then you could have OBS stuff on top of it. Yeah, which is what we did actually on that Let's Do This game. We had OBS on top of our
Yeah, but
player
you did it
stream.
differently. You did it with a capture card. And it's a bit less.
But still,
if you do for
it was cool though.
Yeah.
Having the overlays.
Yeah. So soon TM, we will tell you more. All right, what's up
Yeah,
next?
lots of cool stuff. Wilbers sent me a video, a clip from this past week's Sumo Bots. So
Aight.
let's check it out. I didn't even get to see it yet. Let's see. Sumo Bots Revenge Against the Broom. I have a feeling this was me putting the broom on the thing.
Let's see.
So,
Only one way to
it
find
was when they were resetting. They were fighting the broom. That's true. That is sacrilege. Okay, yeah, that's me. I went there on the weekend, and I noticed some of the bots were out of charge, so I replaced the charge on them, and I guess I left the broom. On
You left
arena.
the broom on the arena?
No, but I was right there. You see my hands. I
okay.
come from the right side right there, and I grab it. Or I think that match ended, and there's two people just sitting in the center, and there's no hosts during this time of the week, so I just went over there out of nowhere, and boosh!
Okay.
But then I let the broom down and went to do something else.
And then you forgot
And then
about
I
it.
forgot it, and AI was fighting. They were coming back. They're becoming very intelligent, these bots.
Yep.
They don't have any fear of the broom anymore.
It's like they don't see it.
It's like they don't see it
Actually,
at
they
all.
don't see it.
No, they don't.
There's no Aruko marker on it, so...
Think about it. That's how robots are going to see humans. They just won't see us. They just plow over us. Like Mao's China in a
just-
tank.
All right.
That's-
So, we got more stuff.
What?
That's
Do
what it's
we?
going to be. Those tanks are going to be autonomous, just like these.
Are there any
but
more
bigger.
clips, Shane?
No more clips.
Do you have anything else in your mind?
I got nothing else. I think I covered most of the things.
No, you haven't.
I didn't.
Did you go to Hackster.io?
How
Did you see the
dare
servo
you.
guide? That...
Well, we didn't talk about the servo guide.
No, you didn't.
And Ollie made a video, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you talk about it?
I talked to Ollie about it today. But I didn't talk about it on the stream. No. That is very true. Let me...
So if you want to make your own voting hand, follow that guide.
Hexter.io, Servo, Surrogate TV. Let's see what comes up.
Is it there?
Yep.
It is here.
Noise.
So what you can do, I just searched on Google, Surrogate TV, Hackster.io, how to let others remotely control a servo. And there is a whole thing, like what you would need, Raspberry, camera, maybe not soon, no, you might use a phone. And then there's a video here that Ollie put together, walking you through everything, as well as a lot of examples from our experimentation Let's Do This games, like it shows the gun and the dog thing, and lots of cool stuff that you can do with one servo. Like you can be very, very creative with a single servo. But anyways, it walks you through both visually here in text and in video. So very clearly laid out. Super exciting to get into these things now because we've been wanting to do these for like a year and a half.
Yep.
But our platform wasn't where we wanted it yet. The technology wasn't where we wanted it yet. But now it is. Now the platform is your oyster of internet-controlled things. Control
Nice.
the pearls online.
I'm actually excited about this guy. I was trying to,
It's super clear.
I had access to it like a couple of weeks ago already,
Mm.
and I was going to do it on the weekend, and then I was busy, and then last weekend I was busy. But this weekend I finally have time. I have everything at home.
I was actually gonna do it this weekend.
I have all the servos at home, so I'm gonna mess with it at my house.
Yeah, this is one step closer again to people controlling my whole apartment.
I'm just gonna put it on the camera because I have the rover at home.
What do you mean put it on the camera?
So I'm gonna do a 2-axis
Mm-hmm.
because I have a rover, and then on top of it I'll put the 2-axis, 2 servos,
Okay, for
and
a pie
and
camera.
a camera on it. Yeah.
Okay.
And that you can look around.
Did you print out the
I'll just zip tie everything.
You're not gonna zip tie 2 servos together.
For servos, they in the when you get a servo box, you have some connectors already. It's fine. It's not perfect. It will work. I tested. I have also.
It'll work.
It will work.
I'll be
Alright.
waiting for the.
I mean, I guess you could
Fast
hot glue
dude.
anything together.
Yeah. I mean, it's just for testing. Come on.
I mean, obviously it would work. You put it on one arm, hot glued, it moves like this, and the other one's going.
Yeah, but instead of hot glue, I just want to use small zip ties because it has these holes in the servo.
Yeah, on the.
You know, on this moving thing.
yeah, the
and then I
sprocket.
just put 2 zip ties through it to the other servo. Should be somewhat okay.
No, it'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not 3D printing.
Are you
yet.
gonna launch this game?
I don't know.
What is it?
maybe.
Drive around Stan's house?
Drive around Stan's yard. Well,
Outside
Yard?
explore.
So I will tell you. So first of all, my yard, you cannot escape it because I had to put extra
Fencing for your
fencing
dog.
so my dog cannot run away.
He has a huge concrete wall.
So
It's got this huge Rottweiler.
so wait.
It's like this big.
So
God, Boris.
so
Yeah. Is his name Boris?
it's Borgis.
Say his name's Sporgis.
No, it's a she and her name is Lola.
No, that was close.
Close enough. But anyway, we have a bunch of weeds in the yard. What if we could let the internet try and get them out somehow?
Yeah, hook up a blade on the front of it.
And I will go bad. I think it's like I'm thinking like some scissors or something, like tiny scissors. Or something.
Oh my god, no.
Yeah, I probably don't want his scissors either. But maybe just some gripper, and they can go backwards and yank things out of the ground. Pruned will have 10,000 games on
10,000
10,000 weeds. We just have to detect how many weeds.
Anyway, but that's
Get
something I'm
pulled
just
out.
gonna mess around on the weekend. Let's see how it goes. I haven't had time to do any experimentation, so I'm like. maybe on the
Actually,
weekend.
That's why I was itching for it. And I finally launched that South Park. That's another thing.
Another thing.
I launched South Park games, so you can go check that out in the We Play category. But also, I'm going to run Luigi Explorer on Sundays from now on. And I do want to launch some other stuff too.
Have you
Because
thought
it's
about
becoming so much easier. Even me, who does not program.
Have you thought about
Can do
making
these
something
things.
that the people could play with your dogs when you're not at home? Like something to do
No.
with servos,
Well, Luigi
wasn't.
Explorer could,
something
but-
swinging, and
He wasn't.
maybe like a toy on it or something. Maybe being pulled around, or I don't know.
That's true. Well, I mean, I was thinking feeding them, but then
Nah,
that
no, not that
Yoko,
again.
my younger dog, was just pooping
You know, you
everywhere.
got me interested with the, because I can put because we have these Mario Karts that run longer,
That's what I'm saying. That's
but
what
I can
got.
put you can put a ball on a Velcro on it,
Mhm.
and then you run away from the dog, and then the dog grabs it.
Yeah, for your dog, it might be okay.
Yeah, because it's a small dog.
My dog will flip the thing
Yeah.
constantly.
Maybe I try some.
The Mario Karts are really good for this.
Yeah.
And you got all the cool overlay. It looks nice.
Well, let's see what we come up to. on the weekend.
Yeah, so that was launched, South Park. And yeah, Luigi Explorer is back on Sunday. Anything that we're missing that has happened this past week? That was already a lot of stuff, but what else?
There's some stuff we are testing, but it's not live. So maybe no. Maybe I don't mention it yet.
But there's plenty of stuff we're testing that's not
Yes.
live.
Yeah, no, but the stuff like the other stuff with the phone,
Okay.
I don't want to mention it yet. You know that other stuff.
Thursday Dev Q&A.
I
Yeah,
know
we
a lot
will.
of
We
other
will
stuff.
that you can, do this
Really?
from
Yeah.
without downloading anything on the just you go to
On
that
these
page.
things? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
So stuff like that. I don't want to
That
mention.
page? Why not? I don't think that's too secret.
Anyway, you soon TM will be able to play at least on iOS on the browser directly, so you
Yeah.
don't have to even download.
Which was not possible before.
yes,
That's why we made native apps.
and now it's possible.
Now it's possible. My computer ran out of battery. Now it's possible to do it on the browser with iOS because iOS usually takes full control of the.
Full screen view, but we have
yeah.
a way, and anyway, so
But
that's
now
cool.
there's a way.
yeah. So we're
So we don't need the native app, which has a lot of bugs. Same with Android, has a lot of bugs. You could do them on the web and have a lot more control.
So let's see. Yeah, we're testing with
Yeah.
that, and hopefully, maybe in the next month we will have some version of that out on the website. But we're gonna test it before, so we want to test with our alpha testers ourselves. We have a lot of testing just to make sure that it works well before, anything goes out. But let's see. In the coming months, for sure, something will be there to test.
Yeah, but you guys heard it here first, the people who are watching. So, it's coming.
Soon
It's not going to be
TM.
super fast, but it's coming. You want to get it right.
Yep.
Anything else that you guys can think of?
Not for this week, no.
No.
Who's hosting?
Shane.
I'm
we went
hosting.
through the-
Yeah, I
Shane
get a
the Pain.
pineapple.
Shane the
I
pain.
get a whole pineapple.
One thing, don't forget, if you still haven't, which you probably should, apply to the Creators Fund. There's a lot of really nice ideas this time. Like all of the applications we had were pretty creative, quite advanced projects and quite different. But there's still some chance for you to get selected, so make sure to apply. I think we're gonna announce the winners next Friday, so
Okay.
For
Yeah, it is the end of the month
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
Time flies.
it's crazy.
It's a whole bunch of free money that's going out.
Yeah. Like seriously,
if you got an
whatever
idea,
you
just
have, it doesn't
throw it
have
on.
to be. It can be literally servos, but if it's something fun, why not?
Exactly.
Yeah, I posted it yesterday on the stories that the whole today's setup for the Let's Do This. It was like 2,500 euros.
Yeah, the 2 Lego bots,
Yeah.
and then I just cut out a piece of wood for
And
the platform.
Creators Fund is 200.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you
So-
could duplicate
Well,
the
if you
game that's
don't
on
need
today.
the camera, it's even cheaper. So
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
use your phone,
And we're just using a Logitech webcam for the game.
you can take cheaper camera. You can buy like.
No, I'm just saying, like
Yeah,
even
yeah.
that
No,
is
you can use your phone or whatever. So.
Yeah.
soon the phone
Yep.
for those who have phones.
The arena is a 10 euro plywood sheet that was cut up.
Yeah,
It's huge.
It's all about creativity. That's the thing. It's not like about. I see like for example, if we look at price. Okay, Prize Bots is a pretty maybe expensive. I don't know how much these Rock Box cost,
right.
but it's not like It's not like it's. I don't know. It's not like huge or something. It doesn't take too much space or anything like that. But it's a really fun game, and there's a lot of people playing it right now. So
Yeah, and the interesting thing about when you do it in real life and you have a camera is you really don't know the scale, so it can be super tiny and still look awesome.
Yep.
That's kind of like the thing with sumo bots. We made it quite big in real life, but you wouldn't know. And I've even seen people in the chat say they thought it's way smaller
Yeah.
because you have no clue. Same with like the claw machines. First we did huge claw machines, then we did small ones. No one noticed until someone put their hand in to grab a prize. They're like, wait, these things are tiny.
Yeah.
So there's like, just get a little bit creative. You can use a small servo to do what looks like on a screen a big movement, a big thing.
It's just
Yeah.
angles.
Yeah, it's just all
You
angles
can trick
and
the scales quite well.
yeah, that's the interesting thing about doing real life games
That's right.
with the camera.
And again, it doesn't have like, for example, this show that the guys did last Let's Do This event. It was more about having a fun logic. Of course, they had these moving hands and extra
Yeah,
stuff.
just 10
but
cheap
the
servos.
fun part was like that it's a show of a quiz where you get like, we have a funnel of like a lot of people, less people, less people, less people, and then the last ones get to do something unique.
Yeah.
Which
And
is-
all of that is going to be released. Esco is working on a README for how to do all that entire, like all of our experiments are getting written down as how to do them.
Yeah, like,
Tutorials.
automating that to a 24/7 game is not hard because it's all chatbot.
True. Like if you just did it in the chat and just at the end of the day figure out who has the top
You
points.
just record
Could
Esco
be
and
1,000
Shane
questions.
with 10,000 questions,
Yeah.
and you at random put next clip.
Yeah.
Yep. Well,
just
I'm pretty sure there are like quiz lists online with categories, so you could have a category change every week. Then
True.
you have like a semi-final where you go through the chat. Next step, you go to the game side.
That would be interesting. You have the entire week questions, and you can pop in anytime you want, just like our chat game was. And at the end of the week, who has the most answered questions wins. So there's reason to stay there and keep answering, but you also have to sleep. So how do you balance your week out if you really want to win the prize? Or do you set up, I know what somebody's going to do. Now, this is what I would do. You set up a really simple script to write A, B, C, or D or at random while you're sleeping. And then when you wake back up, you turn it off and you start answering normal. Because probability, you might probably get hit it right a few times throughout the
Totally
night.
not something I would do.
Yeah. That's the first thing that just popped in my head. Someone's going to figure out some other way to do it too.
I don't.
That there's open trivia API, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh.
So there you go.
There you go. But
mean-
you have moving hands on OpenTree.
But actually think about that. You wouldn't need
And you just
anything.
put little screens, all
Yeah.
like, to put
Or
the
just
names.
overlay graphics.
You can of course
Yeah, you
overlay
wouldn't-
with the. You can just change in OBS.
Yeah.
The CSS class, and then you can put them exactly. Where you want.
Yeah, but if you just ran the whole game as digital, you wouldn't need much of anything.
Yeah, but you
To make
want
it.
that
But
moving.
you want the movement. That
Yeah.
has to be
Have you
part
seen
of it.
those
But I'm saying if
servos?
somebody wanted to
Yeah,
make
but
a
have
24
you seen
hour.
those servos? It's so funny.
I know. I put the hands together.
Come on.
And I got those hands off of Amazon in case anybody was wondering. It was finger puppet hands.
Question: couldn't you find the pointing fingers?
No, they didn't have finger. They had a middle finger ones.
Oh my
Of course
god,
they
did we
do.
use them?
No.
I just didn't want to have middle fingers
No.
flying around.
I think he knew I'd say no and rip them off.
Really?
I
Is that
was. Nah, I wasn't that. I just didn't want to have a bunch of middle fingers.
Of
10 middle
course.
fingers.
Of course.
That was
The other one was this, but now everybody's saying this is white
No,
power.
That's not.
So I was like,
It doesn't point, so it's weird.
yeah, it's W with the 3.
Anyway,
and
not
then this
related
is
to the
P
podcast.
Upside down.
Not
It's like
related
white
to the
power.
podcast.
Does it just mean
Not-
okay?
Not
Yeah, it means okay. It's some ridiculous
literally
thing
an
people are
emoji.
doing. Now.
Hey,
It's an emoji.
Hey, let's
This is from
let's stay-
60s. Okay.
let's stay on point. We're going somewhere
Anyways,
else.
you can get those hands. They have a bunch of weird ones. So I just picked those, and I was gonna glue down the fingers to do the pointer, but then the fingers all looked like they were broken. So I was like, nah, I'll just leave it as hands.
The hands were fine.
That
It
you're
was-
just
it was
grabbing
not-
the letter that you want.
Yeah, but it was pretty cool.
Yeah,
A
but
little creepy, but cool.
And now
and they're really cheap too. It was
now-
like a pack of 10 for like $6 or something.
and now today we're again using the servo just to move the wrecking ball, right? The toilet paper pickle.
Toilet
brick.
paper pickle wrecking
It's
ball.
just one servo.
One servo. Just we were messing with the timing with Essa and Esco yesterday. The timing of
Yeah.
when the servo goes back and forward.
The pendulum.
Yeah, to get that effect.
But it's really like that's the cool part. Like when you get creative, you can use some very simple things and do something really cool, which
Yeah.
I like.
Like you could even have like a Mission Impossible going through a area and don't get hit by any of the swinging servos. And if you can get through just a single corridor, like it's like an Indiana Jones booby trap, almost.
I mean, you can make
You could
it
do
like
Indiana
an endless,
Jones game and you just
can
drive
make it
through
like
with one
an
bot.
endless runner. You make it as a circle. And
How many times could
how
you do it?
long can you go until you get kicked out?
Yeah.
And you basically on the highest score is like the longest you're last.
And then you just have a light sensor, or maybe something on the camera would be distinguishable.
Yeah.
And I think this is a perfect
And that would be a
example
lap.
of if you're not if you're stuck creativity wise, just come talk to us or the community. There's plenty of ideas flying around.
There's a lot of ways to do a lot of things, very simply.
Yep.
Especially with new stuff coming up on the platform, like Aruko markers and IR and
We'll talk about that next
all kinds of stuff. You talked about it a little bit on the Q&A though.
Yes, but we'll talk about it next week more.
And then there's of course light sensors are super cheap, and Arduinos and Raspberries, you can hook those up to there.
Yeah, one game I was pitching to Stan that I have been thinking about, which was like excavator game where you have a sand pit and you go as an excavator around it, but then Stan pointed out that, hey, maybe not the best idea as the excavator can dip out. But if you had an excavator arm, like physically on the side, you could have that. There can be like, we have the green gems. You drop those into a chute where there is a light sensor. You can give out points that way.
Yeah, there's a
That's
lot
true.
of...
I mean, we had the idea back like a year and a half ago that there would be a big thing of sand. In the middle would be a pole, and then off of that would be a claw that you can go around and
So it's
dig
like a
dirt
scavenger
up.
hunt.
Yeah, you would just move it into different places around the
Yeah.
thing.
There's so many things.
But
you
again,
can
that
do.
would be a really simple game.
Yeah.
Super
There's
simple.
So many simple games. So, hey, if you have anything you want to do, make sure to apply to Creators Fund. I mean, it's free money for your idea, so why not do it?
Like imagine ZZ's game. Like right now, you pick up balls,
Yeah.
but instead you pick up sand, and then we hide stuff at certain depths inside of the sand.
Yeah. And then,
then
when
if you
all are
once
found,
you,
the game ends.
yeah, once you find it, you get some prize.
Or you have to like pile the sand into something, and then once it gets heavy enough, something gets released or something.
Yeah, that's the idea with if you cleaned up a beach with and you weigh the trash.
Yeah.
Then you could have green bot and red bot competing to pick up the most trash, and it would be weighed, and that team wins.
Yeah.
Next year, Earth Day.
Yeah, it's
When-
been on mine for a while. We were in UK, and I showed it to somebody from the UN, and they were pretty excited about it as
Maybe
well.
one day we'll make it.
Yeah, there's
I
just
don't
so many ideas, so many things to do.
Yep.
And with the experiment team, we got to do them once per week to have something by Friday. So we're gonna get up to it though. Everything's getting easier and easier every single week.
Soon Shane will be making his own games. I mean,
Or I can hook up a Switch now, easy. Now that I know everything.
but
It was a little bit sketchy. There were some things I wasn't so sure on, but now that I know, I can hook up a Switch.
I mean, I guess the biggest issue was the audio, probably, and the controls.
Right, where I had to actually SSH. But if those could be automatically done somehow, that I don't have to do that,
Yeah.
then I'd be set. This would be super easy.
It is a pretty easy setup, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, it's gotten. I tried it like many months ago, the first
Like
version.
5 months ago, you did the Uno.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's probably even a half a year ago. I did Uno, and that took me 7 hours.
With a lot of help.
And I didn't have watcher stream
And it was
still.
a lot of help.
It was a lot of going back and forth. And then this one is so much faster. Except for when I ran into issues with audio. That was the only thing.
Yeah.
So,
Well, let's see if we figure that out. I mean,
yeah. And then with like all these tutorial with the servo, soon I'm going to have my own servo. And then I can think of a million things to do with the servo.
Yep.
And so, yeah, I'm going to be making games too.
Let's see. Maybe we get.
Tools I want to
I
use.
mean, we have the space, right? So maybe we just fill up a bunch of. The tricky part is
Exactly.
like, what are the games you can do that run 24/7? That is something I always think about. Because I'm like, to me at least, like when you go to our page, right? There's a lot of games are offline because you cannot run them constantly. It's like, what are the games we can make even that just run 24/7, so people can go and check out like what all the things they can make. So yeah.
I just realized, now that you were saying that, LEMR, the guy, he sent me pictures,
Okay.
and I didn't share them on the live stream.
Oh.
But it was his RC car, and he wants to launch it today.
No, so it depends if Amazon or whoever is shipping delivers his camera on time. His camera broke, so he ordered a new one.
Oh, the analog camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
So once
But
it
the cool
arrives-
thing is he showed his wiring.
Yes.
I really wanted to show it because he didn't use any relays. He used it directly from the GPIO pins on the Raspberry Pi.
Yeah.
So no
he-
extra hardware.
He showed me the picture as well. It's basically, yeah, no extra.
well, you want to?
I
Actually,
can't.
we can't go to the screen. But anyway.
We can try. Wait.
But yeah, like I'm so used to us hooking up pinball machines and things that have higher voltage.
But when it's something
He-
simple.
Yeah, he said it takes 3.3 volts for the inputs on the controller, and the Raspberry outputs 5 volts. So
Yeah.
he's going a little bit over voltage, but it's fine. And he's able to control the RC car straight through the controller. So you just wire directly to the pads where the buttons connect or they make the contact. And you're able to, with just a Raspberry,
So yeah, this is
have
the
this
car.
thing. Nothing else.
This is the car, and the car itself, it kind of reminds me of what Carlito did, because there's no brain here. Actually, no, Carlito did have. There's no brain here, you could say. It's only there's the camera, and the RC car is all by it. There's just a power bank to power.
Yeah, that big white thing is a battery.
Yeah, not a power bank, a battery. Oh, actually, it is a power bank. But yeah, anyway. And then let me go and show you the next picture.
And that's how he hooked up the controller.
Whoop. Yeah, you can see here, there's like common ground, and then a bunch of data channel cables, basically. So it sends like on and off signals, and that's it. And they are all connected to the radio frequency controller of that toy. So it's like
Yeah, just to the buttons,
it's a
right?
€8.99 toy. So it's like
Oh no, he didn't even take out the buttons. He hooked it directly to where.
yeah, he
somewhere
just hooked it like I guess I don't know if this. I guess he made this connection, like he made the that you can plug in the pins.
Yeah.
But that's it. It's just required a bit of soldering. But it's just data channel cables that send yes or no kind of signals and common ground. That's it. And then you can control the toy directly from a Raspberry.
So
And
yeah, any RC car you have probably
with a
uses
controller,
similar.
with a
yeah.
simple control, because this is buttons. Like if you use a more advanced RC car, like the Traxxas we use, they have this rotational one where you can actually define the value.
Yeah, it's a
So
potentiometer.
in a thing like that, it's harder. Because remember, we had that on the smaller RRC 143 cars, and that was quite tricky. But yeah, it's a really simple setup on cheap toys. So if you know how to solder, you can basically hook up anything quite easily.
Yeah, but most toys that come with a controller, it's like this.
Yeah,
It's
it
just
makes me
buttons.
think. I don't know. I don't remember. Did we use a relay in between on the Robot Combat?
See, that's the thing. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember because I don't remember because yeah, maybe
We
it's
might
just-
have.
Yeah, but maybe we could have used like this even.
Yeah, I think it probably would have been possible. But I don't know. Levy hooked it up.
Yeah,
But anyways,
I think you gotta start
opens up possibilities though.
prepping because you will have less than an hour.
In 54 minutes live.
You will see Shane,
Yes.
and then in 2 hours and 54 minutes you will see Shane again.
You will see me again.
Nice.
Today it's Shane back to back
Shane
to
the
back.
Pain.
Back to back
Every
to back.
Friday.
All right.
Can you switch the scene?
So I
Thank
guess
you.
we can end the podcast. Let's see if people stick with Sporgis on Animal Crossing or not. And I'm gonna be playing that on the weekend as well.
Nice.
I wanna get us all the shells, all the fish.
all the fish.
Yeah, you catch fish,
Wow.
and you got to learn how to reel it in at the
And
right
then you
time.
make sushi from salmon? Can you?
You can give it to this guy, and he puts it in a book of all the fish species on the island. So you know you are dedicating yourself to science in this
Sounds
game.
like a pretty chill game.
It is pretty chill.
I mean, it's if you're on a Sunday, what else would you
Except for when you get stung by bees.
do?
That's
bad.
a pain.
That's bad. That's
Yeah.
Shane the Pain.
Yeah, and then you die, kind of.
But then you come
But then
back.
you come back,
Because
'cause
it's
you're
a
just
happy
chill,
island.
you know?
It's a chill island.
Yeah.
It's like the Valhalla of Animal Crossing, stung by a bee.
Yeah.
Sounds like a horror movie.
Yeah, like you go around the trees and you hit the tree, so branches fall out. But then sometimes you'll hit a tree and a honeycomb will fall out, and then or a beehive, and then you get stung by bees.
And then you die, but then you come back, and then you have to.
Yeah, and you can revive yourself. Like there's some time that you can revive yourself because you're like bruising up and stuff. But then if you don't do it in time, you die, I guess. And then but then you come back.
Can others save you?
There's nobody else.
Oh, it's just you.
There's a bunch of fake characters on the island, unless somebody visits your island.
Okay.
But I never got to that point to visit islands. But I think we will. Maybe even, I feel like this weekend we're all visiting islands already. Because we're going to get this thing pretty far. But anyways, without anything else, we will see you next Friday. There's always a ton of stuff happening, so we're going to be updating you on that every Friday here on the Ninja Robot Podcast. And I'll see you in less than an hour on Let's Do This, which will be on the main carousel, which is that thing right there on the website. It's going to be on the main one. And battle some Legos and get hit by a pickle.
Pickle Rick!
But anyways, and then Sumo Bots later today. Anyway, see you guys later.
See you, everybody. Sborg.